Yeah.
So we just roll in.
Yeah.
We just have a general chat, and then we'll begin it.
Have you got like a sick intro? Like.
So, do you know what? I haven't actually got.
Have you not?
No, I need to do one.
Yeah, you need to get an intro.
I've done a rough. That's our rough guide.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at sticking with plans.
No, not mine, mate. I just waffle.
So I'm the same. It's all gonna go how it goes.
Yeah.
But that that's my rough one.
Yeah. What's nice? Like the one last week was very much like how I got into fishing and the shop, and which is like your classic. So it'd be nice. Like I literally did the shop from start to finish. Yeah. Yeah, it's just
we'll do a little bit of an intro on your shop, who you are, what you do.
Yeah.
And then then we'll get talking. I want to hear about Africa and all trips and Costa Rica and all them sick things.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they're well cool. I'm sure there's some cool stories there.
Yeah.
Right, that's recording.
Got a GoPro on.
GoPro's going.
Wicked.
We're in.
Yeah.
I'll keep the lights off.
Yeah.
Because they get really hot.
Okay. Yeah.
And then you'll be sweltering like you're an ITV.
Yeah. I'll probably hold on. Yeah. I want to get real hot. It's really weird.
It's so weird. Oh dear. You open the windows, but then if a police car goes past, and then
you get all the wind and everything.
Yeah, these are so sensitive.
Yeah, they are. They're wicked. I feel like I should be like rapping it. Yeah.
Yeah.
One to the two.
Yeah, I have done some singing on these. It's not good.
So have you just got this all for?
Literally just a fishing podcast. Yeah, it's been sitting here for 6 months.
Yeah.
And I've now decided to get my arse into gear.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be better if you've got set up like this. Like podcasts are banging at the moment.
Yeah. And there's no sea angling ones.
No, exactly. And I found this with the like the social media side of things. Like, I love my social media. Like I'm active on it, and in the like the carp industry, so diluted. Yeah. Post a bit like people like seeing pictures of carp, but everyone has got a picture of a carp, and like there are some wicked photography out there.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of time doing photography when you're carp fishing.
Yeah.
When you're sea fishing, you're covered in bait.
Yeah.
You don't want to bring a camera. There's not much good photography going on sea fishing.
Nope.
And in content as well, a lot of the guys sea fishing don't want to share where they're fishing.
Yeah,
don't want to share what they're doing.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
It's very like mythical.
Yeah.
And I had this conversation with Kieran. Do you know Kieran Faisley? The Unleashed, big tuna guy.
Yeah.
I was having this conversation when I did a live with him, and I was like, oh, the fishing's like popping off at the moment. Like it seems to be amazing the last couple of years. And he goes, mate, it's always been like that, but it's the form of social media and like stuff getting out to people that makes it like seem better, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, he makes it cool.
Yeah. He makes it like a charter boat is.
His charter boat's wicked. I've just seen photos, not been in real life.
Oh man,
cool.
I want a book next year.
Right, well, let's begin this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Welcome to Talk the Catch podcast. I've got Harry here from Bodle Angling. He runs a tackle shop in Burgess Hill. You owner of it, I believe?
It's a family business. I manage the retail side of things.
Cool.
So not just the tackle shop, like the whole horse, pet, all of that stuff.
Yeah,
but
you do literally everything.
Yeah, but it was my little creation back in the day.
How many years has that been going?
2019 was the first, like August 2019 was the first official like Bodle Angling. It had a name, it had a logo, cool. It had a couple of shelves of bait, and then since then it's just gone like
vamoosh. It's gone big, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, I still see it's really weird because I still see it as like a small little shop, and everyone's like, "Oh mate, this is massive," and I'm like, "When does a shop become big? Like it's not a warehouse, but it's got a fair amount of stock in it."
Yeah,
and like I still see it as my little corner.
Yeah, no, it looks. I've actually yet to go. I need
to. I'll come down. It's cool. It's
definitely,
cool. Yeah.
Because you've got a load of sea tackle in there now, haven't you? A little bit.
That's growing massively. And this is like another argument. I have a lot of arguments with myself in my head. Not arguments, like conversations. Yeah. And it's like cut-up fishing. I've got 5 different types of 5 size 6 hooks. Like all of that. Blah, blah. You get the drift. Same with mats fishing. Same with coarse fishing. Sea fishing. I've got like 1 Aberdeen. 1 musty circle, 1 type, 1 brand, and it's like, how do you repeat it? But we're not a proper sea shop, we're not on the coast, but at the same time, we get a lot of sea anglers come down because we're like 5 minutes off the dual carriageway.
I was going to say, you're on the way to the sea fishing, aren't you? Yeah,
and we've got parking and everything, and I mean, we don't offer the years of experience and like the constant on it, what's coming out around the like the sea fishing shops, that stuff is invaluable. You can't buy that.
No.
And that's what the sea shops provide. But we're in a fortunate position where we are. We've got parking and
Yeah, it's a big thing, that parking, isn't it? So you can park,
we have lorries that turn up. Yeah, like lorries and tankers that finish their shift and they just come up and pull up in the car park, and it's like
have their fix.
Yeah, not many people that would be able to do that.
No, that's it. No, that's cool.
Yeah.
So a lot of your beginning was course fishing, but when was your first sea angling experience?
So I've always done like little bits of. Like I've always like bits of bait fishing or whatever, like been mackerel fishing. Like everyone's been on a boat.
Everyone's done that.
Yeah, and I loved it. I was like, yeah, proper angling, like like in the sea catching fish.
You're just catching loads.
Yeah, and it's like, mate, this is wicked. And this was like even before like my proper fishing days. And then like done a few charters and that, not very successfully. And then I'd say I really got into like the bass fishing. I'd say like the old manager that was there, like he took me, like he used to do a bit of bass fishing. He took me down. I got into it, and I wasn't like, it was good. Wasn't mad keen about it. Like it was like with my fishing, it's a lot of it's like effort equals reward.
Yeah.
But how much effort do you need to put in to get a reward when I can go do something else and put the same amount of effort in and get a greater reward?
Yeah.
So it was like that constant balance, and like the mark we were going to wasn't the easiest to get to, like in terms of, so it was a bit long.
Yeah, so it's a short mark.
Yeah, and I was a bit like, oh, this is good, but it's like a lot of late nights, early morning, blah, blah, blah. And then like, then we started getting some more tackle in the shop and speaking to more people about it. And like, you speak to the reps and stuff.
That's it, yeah.
And then like, become friends with other shops and stuff like that. And then stuff on social media. And I can't even remember when it was, like a year or two ago.
Oh, so very new.
Oh,
really.
very like
new.
Well new. Yeah. Virgin sea angler almost.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, like literally just a couple of years, man. Couple of years, and I've just gone, this is wicked.
It's just different, isn't it?
I love it.
Because I'm the same. I was course fishing as you, like
yeah.
And then sea fishing I got into when I moved here properly.
Yeah.
And it's transformed me, to be honest.
Yeah, because like for me, fishing's got to be like a certain few things. It's like I like the outdoors.
Yeah.
I like to feel like I'm in the elements.
Yeah, I got you.
Like that you're
back
actually
to the caveman.
Yeah. Like you're fishing, like you're actually in the elements. Like you've got to dress appropriately. Like it's uncomfortable, but you can be comfortable.
Yeah, there's a bit of danger there, isn't there?
Yeah, a bit of danger. Like no one else really wants to do it. Like the normal person. It's got to be affordable as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Like put tackle aside. You go carp fish. Like when I fish, if I want to catch something, I will go repeatedly. Like the last 3 weeks, I've done 3-4 nights a week carp fishing.
Wow, yeah, that's a lot. Yeah.
So like when you like add it up, if you were going to do that on a day ticket, 30 quid and 24 hours, it adds up.
Yeah, it's expensive.
So sea fishing,
it's alright.
It's free, isn't it?
It
is free, and I say this to everyone. Like, okay, and then obviously, like I'm in a very fortunate position with the tackle. Like, I can see a wide variety of stuff and like talk to people what's good, and I do get good deals and stuff. So that bit wasn't like
too bad.
Yeah, wasn't too bad. Like I could get myself some beach casts and get myself a decent lure rod. And so those kind of things combined make sea fishing for me like brilliant.
Yeah,
like, I love it.
Yeah, have you had a trip as of yet on the shore? So not on the boat, which you can really remember as a really good session, like red letter day, or not yet? Shore angling is hard work, isn't it?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
That's
like,
why I got a boat.
This is exactly the reason.
We'll get on to that later.
100%. Oh, mate, shore fishing's one of those. Like, I understand that it's like there's a lot of blanking involved, but I know a lot of good anglers that know when to go, where to go, and will catch fish.
That's the difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a time,
and I feel like, and that's in any angling. There's a lot of anglers out there that are so good at their like sport.
Yeah.
But that doesn't come with a couple of years of fishing. That comes with years and years and years of experience and like in the night. And I fully appreciate that. And I'm very fortunate that a lot of people are willing to share bits of information. You can kind of piece it together to speed up the process rather than just going out chucking a letter. And I've been fortunate to fish with a few people, but oh mate, it's like I think probably like the one time I can remember is down Brighton, I think it was, or Shoreham, I can't remember. And literally, like my mate caught, like been baits out, nothing. Mate caught fresh mackerel. I was like, sweet, I put that straight on a hook,
Yeah.
cast it out, rod go ding, ding, ding. And I'm like, what's that? And I was like, oh God, it's a fish, it's moving. It was
Proper one.
Yeah, it was an undulate. And mate, that's like the
Awesome.
biggest thing I've caught off my beach cast.
Yeah, wicked.
Like I've caught flatties and that, and bits of bobs.
When you get a big fish from the shore, there's a different feeling, isn't
it?
It
is. It is.
You feel like you've accomplished something.
Yeah, and I'd love to do it more, but I just have so much other fishing. I'm like, dude, and again, it comes down to that effort equals reward. But how much effort do you need to put in for that reward?
You've got to enjoy it, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day.
But,
so you have been on quite a few escapades around the globe.
Mate, I completely forgot. Beach fishing.
Yeah, go on.
If you take like the beach casting, the lure fishing.
Oh yeah, well this is it.
That's the thing that like I'm keep thinking beach fishing, mate. The lure fishing is something that I've literally, I was going on about when I started fishing.
Yeah.
The lure fishing is something that I've completely gone mad on. Like, I love it. Like a couple of good guys, and I have had some like Hayden Island. Like we had, that Savage Gear event I was talking about. I went down there in the morning, like left at like 3:30. Got down there in the morning, and we were wading through the mud flats, man. I had like 250 centimeters through the mud. Turned up to this meeting, like stinking of mud, sweating, and no t-shirt on because it was like covered in sweat. Yeah, that was the morning I remember. That was a good time. Yeah. Like,
did you catch some good fish or?
Yeah, like 50. I think like 55 centimeter.
Oh, nice.
Like under my feet. Stalking,
lovely.
Like walking up this stream.
Yeah.
Like I was walking by it and just like casting little tiny 10-gram jigs and just bouncing it down. You could see their backs out the water.
Yeah.
The fish were like dark, and that was a time I remember.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. Like
stalking a sea fish.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about my lure fishing red letter days. Like
you're always on the move, I suppose, as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
So,
I love the lure fishing. I love the beach casting, but lure fishing is
the one.
Yeah, and again, there's so much to it, isn't there?
There's a lot to it. Yeah, but, a lot of different lures, a lot of different places. To
go. Yeah. It is mad.
It's learning it as well. Yeah. When you've not come from it.
Yeah.
It's hard. But obviously
because you do quite a bit of lure fishing. Or?
Yeah, I do quite a bit.
Yeah.
All different sort of lure fishing, but it took me a long time to get used to it. And I was using mono at the beginning.
Yeah.
And you can't fish really effectively a lure on mono
unless you're American.
Unless you're American, they seem to do it perfectly. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
But when you're fishing in 40 foot of water or something, and you've got a bit of tide run, it just goes. And I like to be able to feel it.
Yeah, but even from the shore. So this is where I'm like, well, lucky with like, I literally have like a catalogue of everything.
Yeah, I do.
And I can speak to the rep and I can go, what does this do? And they're like, and they're honest because they've been in the game for a long time.
And then you do deal with them, so it's almost friendly.
And we're all good mates with them as well. Like I've got, funny enough, my Drennan rep just does coarse fishing tackle. He's probably like, he's an insane bass angler. Yeah. And he comes in, he's meant to be, if Mr. Drennan's listened to this, he's probably going to be in trouble, but he's meant to be coming in, doing all the reppy stuff, and we just talk about bass fishing.
Yeah, great. If he's listened to it, we've done a good job.
Mate, yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday, 6-pounder on the top water.
Wow.
In the bass chasers thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He sent me the picture, I was like, man, it's a donkey.
Yeah.
That's huge.
A surface lure on for a bass is just awesome.
Oh, I say every time someone comes in the shop and talks about bass fishing, I say, you get one take of a surface lure and a bass fish, and that's it.
Yeah,
you will be like that.
It's like a carp coming up for bread. That's what it's like.
100%. I remember my first couple where like you're literally like, what am I doing? There's this lure splashing around in the surface. Am I doing it right? Like, we're fishing in the sea, the fish are in the water, we're fishing on top of it. What are we doing? All of a sudden, whomp! Yeah. And it's like, oh, what?
This is what it's like.
Yeah, oh, mate, yeah. The surface lures are...
way to go.
They are insane.
Yeah, they're good fun.
Yeah, but
yeah, getting on to the global stuff you've done, because you've actually done quite a few trips. You've done Africa.
Yeah.
Costa Rica and Scotland, haven't you?
Well, so my first experience of like big... I suppose it is big game, isn't it? It was Costa Rica.
Yeah, absolutely.
On a family holiday, and I was like I want to go fishing. This was like in the beginning of my fishing days. So I've been fishing like...
How old were we?
Oh, I want to say like 14, 15.
Oh, so proper young.
Yeah, proper young.
Yeah.
But like rod and reel, like job done. Like, and we went on a boat, trawled it, and we're very lucky that we got our whole boat to ourselves. Normally share a couple of people, but they then booked it out.
Oh, great.
And I remember that day we had like 6 takes, like smashing the lure, and they snapped off, they come off, and some big fit. Marlin and sailfish, and the crew was insane.
Yeah, I've been to Costa Rica. They're lovely people.
Yeah, and they're like fish, and on the top, and like the rods are going, and and I remember just like finally hooking into one, getting in. None of my other family were fishermen, so I got it. So hooking this in. I just remember like playing it, like the rod going down, and see it jumping like 50, 60 foot that way, and my line's that way because of the toe of the line reeling down my hand. I'm in so much pain getting this thing to the boat, and oh my god, I was like, and that was like insane. Like I was like, I would never do that again in my life.
As a marlin, was it you caught?
Sailfish. It was only a small one it was like £100, which is still a big fish.
For a 14-year-old though.
Yeah, and I was like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I will never get to do this again. Little did I know I was getting into the trade.
Yeah, amazing.
Little did I know that I was going to be this like stoked into about it, because my plan, I've said to myself like so many times, so my plan is like I want to be in a position with the business that when I'm 35, 40 or whatever, I'm in a position where I can go off and do a week or two fishing like abroad, like destination fishing, because at the end of the day it's sick. It's sick. Fun. Depending how you do it, it's sick.
You watched so I've only just recently got into this, even though it was produced I think in 2013, something called Kingfishers on Disney Plus. It's on Disney Plus. Whether
I haven't had a Disney Plus account since my ex locked me out of it.
Damn you!
Yeah.
Because the other day, my mate said, just type in fishing on there. I was like, and you get loads of programs. I thought, okay, so I've just started watching Kingfishers.
Yeah.
And that is like 3 different anglers.
Yeah.
From different countries, and they all go around and have a go at the different sports. And a lot of that is marlin, and big game fishing, and that's the sort of thing. Obviously, you're talking about.
This is the thing. So like, we done that, and then like I was like, I was like being a thing, and now I'm in a position now where like I haven't got that much responsibilities or what from work. So like I'm booking a trip now for January. We're mates talking about like we're booking a trip. Like,
where are you looking at going?
Don't know yet.
Don't know
yet.
You're just gonna see.
There's a few. The thing is, it's January. There's only a few places in the world that fish. Well, like Panama, Madagascar, stuff like that.
Yeah, South America's a good one.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah. Because we went to Africa in January, and we was way too early.
Yeah.
But
whereabouts did you go in Africa?
So if we're doing the African story,
let's start from the beginning of the African story, because that sounds like a good one.
Okay, so
because it was the wrong time of year, and I know you caught fish. So
right. So, oh mate.
Don't worry about it. We can.
I can't swear either.
It's exciting. That's what it is.
Yeah. Kicking the table. Right. So, Africa. So basically, my mate's from uni. His old man. He's worked out in Africa for a long time, like all over years. Long story short, he said to me, "It's like, do you want to come out to Africa fishing?" I was like, "Yeah, sweet. Like, let's do it." Bearing in mind, I'm the kind of person that hates going. Like, if I'm going on holiday, I just want to be in a hotel. Like. If I'm going to London, I wouldn't go to London. I'm not awful. I've never been travelling, never been out. I've been around the world a lot, but I'd never go and do the backpacking scene. And they was like, "Sweet, do you want to go to Africa?" And I was like, "Yeah, go on then." Yeah. Like, where about? So they was already staying in a place called Togo, which is the country about 2 countries from Nigeria. So right in the corner of the west coast.
Yeah, nice.
And basically booked the plane tickets. Mate, we tried to do research. There was nothing. Really? That should have been red flag. Yeah. Straight away.
Do not go.
Straight away, there was absolutely nothing online. We found a couple of sardine counts and papers and that.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like, we searched social media. We found Nigeria, like, high and low.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely nothing. And that should have been... And we were like... In our heads, we were like, we're going there anyway. We're like, that's because the fishing's so sick, no one's telling anyone about it. which is like, now we realise that is not the case with destination fishing. Everyone's been everywhere. Like, and so we got all the kit ready. Like, I was in pure fishing catalogue, like big popping rods, big lures, like, sweet.
So you had to take your own gear then?
Yeah. Mate, this was... We had accommodation to stay.
Yeah.
Which was a really nice big house, because we're staying with another Nigerian family that helped my mate's dad. So we were staying with them. So we had this big house. We got told that we were going to have a driver all week, so that was sweet. We looked on the maps. We were about 3-4 kilometres from the coast. So we're like, sweet, we can just get in the car, go down fishing, job done. It looked quite built up. Like, so there'll be people around, there'll be facilities, shops and stuff. So we took all our own gear. So we flew all the rods out.
Is that a difficult thing, flying a load of rods, or is it sort of okay?
Depending on the airline.
Okay.
So I took a bazooka tube.
Yeah.
But we took everything, mate. I took everything from my light spinning rods to my heavies. We took beach casters out.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, mate, like we had rods. I mean, there was a few fatalities. Like my light lure rod didn't make it.
Yeah.
That just completely blew up.
Oh.
Took all our leads out.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, like we got the one thing we did get told is like you will not be able to buy anything out there.
Yeah.
Like,
That's just one of them, isn't it? Yeah.
And we had no clue what we were fishing for. So we were taking like everything from like £20 or £100, like rubbing leaders, like £250 rubbing leaders.
Don't know what you're gonna do.
Like we were we were fully prepared for everything. Big lures, little lures, LRFing kit, like everything.
Yeah. How long were you gonna?
So we were out there for 17 days.
Oh, it's quite a while.
Oh yeah.
Not just a short trip.
No. So it was out there 17 days, and we got there. I remember getting out of the airport like after a couple of flights, and we was like, mate, it's 3 o'clock and we're in the middle of Africa.
In the morning.
And we were like, we've got our rods. When you just like, I'm sure you must have been there before when you roll out on the train station like 5 o'clock in the morning, and it's like Sunday morning. You're like, oh, there'll be loads of taxis there. Not a single taxi there. That's what it was like. That feeling of like,
no. What have we done?
Yeah. And like, so we just jump in these random cars that were taxis, but everyone's a taxi in Africa.
Yeah.
Everyone is a taxi, you know?
Yeah.
White man, taxi, let's go. So we jumped in there, got there, mate, it was all dark, and we got there. Oh my God, we woke up and it was beautiful. Like, it was just like, we're in the middle of a town. Like, we're in the capital city.
Yeah, wow.
Like, and we were like, this is sick. Like, wow. And then it was like, all right, let's get fishing. So we had like this room and it was like laid out fishing stuff. We tied the big lure rods, the little lure rods, everything. And it was like, right, Google Maps, how long to get there? So I think like the first trip was like, right, let's go to the beach. Went to the beach. Oh my God, what a shock.
Really?
The whole of the beach is owned by someone.
Oh.
So
not easy then.
Bars, nothing, And the 4 kilometres away from the beach was a 45-minute cab journey.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What a nightmare.
No driver as well. No driver.
So you
driver didn't turn up to pick the people from Nigeria.
Unbelievable.
People from Nigeria driving 10 hours to get there.
That's crazy.
So we had no driver and we had taxis. And long story short, we spent the next week like just thinking, oh, this spot looks sick. Either getting nearly beaten up by port security with baseball bats and telling us to move on. We're like, no, we just want to fish down there. And they're like, no chance. We're like, please. And they're like, pay us. And we're like, I'm not paying you to walk on a free beach. They're like, no chance. And they were like, okay, this is quite bad now. We need to leave. The bars were brilliant.
Were they?
Long story short, we go down there. We found this one bar that was on the. It had like a restaurant and that, and it was on the coast by some rocks. And this is the thing, there would have been fish there. Like the guys say, yeah, big fish, but mate, completely wrong time of year.
Really?
Just because it's 30 degrees out there didn't mean that it was the right season for fish. Yeah,
that's it. Because I suppose for them, that's almost like a winter.
Yeah, it is. They were walking around in jumpers and we're like sweating. Mate, we tried. Like, we caught some little bits in the rocks and stuff like that.
Bait or mostly lures?
Mate, we tried everything. We went one time on baits, like sliders and stuff like that. Like we went to, we found the fish market and we went around there to see what fish was about. That was not scary, but that was a white man going to a fish market. Yeah, in a
place like that. Yeah. Well, you're a moving target, really, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, like 90% of the people out there were lovely. Like 90% of people, I would give my phone, come back, and then give it back to me.
Yeah, that's
that kind of lovely. Yeah. There's just a couple of dodgies, and I haven't been in those environments before, so walk around the fish market and the fact you're not buying anything as well. Yeah. Oh man, that's offensive. That's it, look and you go, just looking. Straight here comes the broom, away. So that was. But we saw some cool fish. Stunk. Like I've worked with pigs. I've worked on fish farms. I've worked in some bad smelling places. I've cleaned out chicken. Like that was strong.
Proper bad.
Yeah, like 5:30 in the morning. Just in a taxi. Oh mate.
Not good.
That was bad. But they had one end was like the poor end, The other end was like the end that got ice and the big fish, the
it,
premium, like up high.
Yeah.
The other guys were fish in a bucket that,
oh dear.
like cloudy eyes. And
yeah, I wouldn't want to eat one of them.
No, but that's what it is out there. And so
you've got to adapt to it.
Yeah, so we were going, so we went there with like, oh, I got some like this, or like all these different mad fish and stuff like that, and bits of mad fish, and it was like sweet. So yeah, we did about the first week of it just being just not disappointing, because we was out in Africa with our mates, like it was sick.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like this isn't mad fishing. Like the location was hard. So we looked on maps and it was like, oh look, there's a massive river. Oh mate, it's gone out of my head. What an idiot.
Massive river. You
what's the bit that meets the mouth of
estuary?
Estuary, that's the one.
That's the one.
Mate,
an estuary in Africa.
Yeah, massive estuary and a little village. We was like, sweet, let's go. So we was like, get up, let's go there. First light. So we booked a taxi for 4:00 in the morning. African time. Turns up about 7:30. We've been awake since 3, waiting outside.
I know that feeling must be awful.
Yeah, and we're just watching the sun come up, and we're like, it's called African time. And they'll say it, and we'll go, it's 7:00, mate. He goes, African time. It's like, brilliant. So we're cruising down there, get about 8, 9 o'clock, and we say to the taxi driver, yeah, bear in mind, we got Gosm. So Gosm's like a Uber.
Yeah.
So you can just put it on your phone, and a taxi will come. It's sick.
Okay.
We go out to this village, about an hour down the road, past 2 military checkpoints, yeah.
It's quite scary.
Plus a toll, yeah. White man in the back of a taxi.
Yeah.
Obviously, all good with Gosm. Get there, and he's like, do you want us to wait? He's like, no, we're fishing all day, we'll call you a shout later, or whatever, like, we'll just use the app. And he's like, okay, go fishing all day, and beach casters out, nothing. We walk around the corner, and there's matey looking at me, and I'm chucking some lures in the estuary, like, it's low tide, and there's matey looking at me, and I'm like, hello mate, like, you right? And he goes, yeah. He walks over, like, really friendly, and he goes, pen, diver. And I'm like, so what? And he goes, yeah, Rapala. Like, looking at my lures and that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sorry mate, like, and he goes, I was like, you fish? And he goes, yeah. And I was like, mate, you must know your stuff if you're out in Africa and you know that stuff.
Well, they're good, they're big brands.
Yeah, but you don't.
So that's what I meant. Yeah, in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. He knows, like, so I was like, right, there's something going. Long story short, shut down. He brought us lunch and everything. Well, we brought him lunch. He works at the hotel as a groundsman. Loves going fishing. And yeah, he was showing me pictures of fish, and I was like, oh my god, where'd you catch this from? And he literally points over the river there, and we're like, sweet. We were buzzing at this point. We were like,
because you've had a bad week.
Yeah. We were like, oh my god, fish. And he goes, this time of year, and we're like, yeah. And he goes, but you get cuda, barracuda and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, sweet. So we like, bearing in mind we hadn't paid for the accommodation where we're staying, they'll like bedded down family. It was like, right boys, let's add it all up. We spoke to the hotel owner who's actually British.
Oh, okay.
And he moved over there, and he said, oh yeah, like, you can all stay in one room. It's going to cost us 30 quid a night. On the beach, mate. We were like, oh no. So we booked like 4 or 5 nights. Oh my God, I've done it again. And yeah, basically, it was like wicked. A little tiny town called Anaho. And it was like, right, we'll go back home, get all the kits, get everything that we need for 4 or 5 nights. Like, it was a beautiful restaurant.
Yeah,
I had a bit of cash as well. Like, we were like, mate, yeah, it's not a lot.
Yeah.
So then we was like, right, let's get a taxi. Where's the taxis? And we said to Leon, who we met, he's like, taxi? And he's like, no taxi. And we're like, mate. And he was like looking at Gosm, and it's like, out of range.
Oh no.
I'm like, oh shit. And he was like, okay, let me make some phone call. Literally, this bloke that's been watching us all, because they watch it, it's not weird, they're just interested.
It's curious. New, isn't it?
Yeah. Bloke came over and he was like, oh yeah, I'll taxi you. I was like, oh, sweet. Here we go. So we got in there. Mate, his car was battered.
Was it?
This car was like, nothing inside, just metal.
Oh no.
Boot held down by a bit of rope.
Lovely.
Like, I don't know how it's still running. So we were in there, like, and mate, it was like a quarter of the price of the Gosm. Like, it cost us about 15 quid to get there. I think it cost us 3-4 quid to get back.
Wow, that's a 40-minute drive.
Hour.
That's cheap, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
So you can do it cheaply.
Oh yeah. But it soon adds up once you go in taxi there and back to, and the Gosm's one are expensive, but they're safe. They're safe.
That's the thing, yeah.
And yeah, so we got in the taxi back there. It was like, sweet, here we go. We go through the checkpoints, all good, like, they're all right. We go for the toll. We pay for the toll. As we're going off, I hear this, and I'm like, every time we get in a taxi or every time I'm traveling, me and Chris, there was 3 of us that go out. Me and Chris always make our rods taxi safe.
Yeah.
That means putting the reel protectors on, elastic bands on, hooking up the line, making sure it's all secure. Because you're getting in and out of taxis, you're walking around, you don't want anything trailing about. My other mate, HG, reels in, wraps the line around the rods, oh mate, it was chaos. We were like, oh mate.
He's one of them which at an end of a session will just throw it in the cart. I'll deal with it tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh mate. And so we're pulling away from this checkpoint, and I hear this ching ching ching, and I just see all our tackle just move, and a little bit of light coming from the boot. And I look out the back window, and there's just 2 sections of beach cast just bouncing along the road. I'm like, stop. And the taxi driver's just pulls over the side of the road. I get out of the taxi, running 50 metres up the road. And as I'm running, I just see this lorry just go, boom, 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 over this beach cast. And I'm like, oh, because I didn't have a clue which one it was.
Oh, no.
Mate, it could have been
expensive, yeah.
Yeah. They're all decent. And we was like, shit. And, yeah, we're going out, and it's I was like, oh, no, HG, it's yours. It's yours, don't worry, mate. And I brought it back, mate, completely flattened and everything. I just brought it back and I said, there you go. But
souvenir.
Yeah, but yeah, so cut ahead, we get everything, we go to bed, have a few beers, say everyone fair why we're going away for 4 days, whatever. Sweet, let's go. Mate, and we went fishing. Yeah. We fished hard. We were so fortunate. The tides and the light was all combined. First, high tide, because the tides were dependent out there. Only small tides, a couple of meters, but high tide was at 3, and then throughout the time it's 3, 4, 5. So we was getting up at 2, 3, every morning, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, fish till 7 or 8, and then we just chill all day, a couple of beers, blah blah blah, eat some food. Then 4, 5 o'clock comes, fishing, and we're fishing till midnight. Back to sleep, fishing. We fished so hard, and we did everything we could, mate. Mate, it was I don't know if you cast big game rods before.
I've given it a go.
Big poppers and stuff.
Yeah.
Hard work.
Knackering.
6,000 reel, and it's wham.
Yeah.
Oh, mate. Yeah, and I remember first cast one morning, I got down there. This was the 3rd morning, and I was a bit it took me a while. No food as well that time in the morning.
You daisy.
Yeah, and I was didn't have a coffee, no coffee machine, nothing, no coffee available, hot water, because it was 3 and no one was awake.
Yeah.
So we're just brutally going through it. We're back home, I'd wake up an hour early, get coffee, be ready to go. This was literally walked out of the hotel, over the bridge, down the rocks, and you're standing on these massive rocks with waves smashing up against you in the pitch black.
Yes.
And it's a little bit chilly. It's not warm, comfy yet. The sun hadn't come up.
Yeah.
And I remember just getting soaked by a wave, and I was okay, I'm quite cold in it. And yeah, 3rd cast, I remember just mental. Literally just saw this absolute massive barracuda. Mate, I've never hooked a big game fish. I was on my own. I was just letting it go. Realistically, I should have been slamming that drag down and bang, 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 proper setting that hook. Yeah. I was so in shock, and it just was over so quick.
Yeah.
I was no. I knew that was the only chance.
Yeah.
I was oh mate, and then and then the last morning, my mate just had this massive soft plastic, and was we haven't tried soft plastic yet. Launch one out, working along the bottom. Big old croaker. Really? And we was oh mate, this is wicked. And we were so sun coming out. We were yeah. Everyone was coming out with the kids. We're yes, we've got one. Mate, it was so we knew their fish there. We've seen Leon catch a barracuda.
Yeah.
So it was we are fishing. And then he was oh, we'll go out on the boat. Right, his boss has got a boat.
His hotel owner.
Yeah, he's a different boss.
Yeah, okay.
Mate. And so we was what are we going to expect? We've seen all the wooden boats go out every morning, cheering, and we would settle for one of them. As long as I've got a life jacket, I'll go on one of them. I'd rather die slowly floating out in African water than just
in England,
struggling.
Or struggling, not catching.
So, and he was like, no, proper boat. And mate, it was a proper fishing boat. And we bought all our own rods and everything. He was tying up the traces because we bought like some 80-pound metal wire trace. And he was like, no. And we're like, what? And he's got this massive metal. And we're like, and he's like, and we had all the lures and everything. Like everything was good. And he's like, can you drive a boat? We're like, yeah, it'd be easy. Driving this boat, and he's setting the trolling lines. He's like, straight. And we're like going everywhere, looking all the trolling lines are like that. And we're like, and he's like, you can't drive, can we? We're like, we've never trolled before.
No,
like,
I thought it'd be easy.
Yeah. It's just a boat.
That's it.
Yeah. So we was like, we'll do the fishing bit. You drive the boat. And he's like, it's fine. We're giving him beers and giving him smart. He's happy. Like, he's such a sound guy. And so we're setting all the trolling lines, like different depths and everything. We're happy, and he's like, "Boys, get ready, fish." And we're like, "All right, sweet, rod." Oh mate, and we was catching fish. So we like chugged out to like a 50-meter shelf, I think it was. Fair old distance. Like we went a long way. We were probably traveling for like 40 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's a while.
Yeah,
if you're doing 20 knots, I mean that's.
Oh yeah, mate, it was
like
chewing
15,
through.
20 miles out, isn't it?
Yeah, chewing through in the thick mist, and mate, there's just these, and literally out of nowhere. Yeah, this is the mad thing. Out of nowhere, we're chewing through, and we just pull up to this wooden boat. Like we've seen them before in the mist. It's like, how do you not hit them?
Yeah.
Like, and
no radars, nothing out there, is there?
Yeah, we pull up to this wooden boat, and he's like, "Oh, these are my mates," and there's these lads out there, and they're literally all on there, and they just give us a load of bait.
Amazing.
And we're just giving them fags and a load of money and that.
Yeah.
But mate, it was just in the middle of the ocean, like mad, and they just found them. And he's like, "Yeah, these are my friends," and like they've been out there, they're cooking food on this little boat. They've obviously caught all their fish.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get out to this shelf and mate, the fishing is non-stop all day.
Wow.
Like big hoos, like tuna. Then we go and do a bit of bait fishing. Like proper deep, to the point where like he'd pull up, be like, drop your bait, you're dropping your bait. It hits the bottom, you get a fish, and he's like, right, we're moving. Like it was so, and catching snapper and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then he took us, like we're rigging up and everything, and then he's taken us to, he's like, oh, metal jigs, and we're like, sweet, like never done speed jigging before, mate. This guy was like dancing on the jigs. Yeah. Like his whole body's moving, and he's walking around like he knows he's the nuts at it. Like he knows that he's so good, and we're doing it all out of rhythm. He's like, no. Finally, after a couple of times, we get a rhythm. Oh my! Like fishing for little amberjacks. Awesome. Like, only little fish, like
they fight.
Mate, it's like boom. Awesome. Oh mate, it was so that was insane, and it goes back to like the destination fishing and like the charter fishing and stuff like that. I'm very much like, the charters are sick and I understand the guides and but like with the marlin fishing and tuna fishing, everything's done for you. You're just strapping in and playing a fish.
Yeah, it's not quite the same, is it?
You're not quite fishing. You're not setting the lines. You're not tying. You didn't tie that knot.
No, that's it.
Your fish isn't dependent on that knot.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a bit like that. So kind of very much like, but at the same time, I think next year in January, I'm like, a guided trip. When you're spending that kind of money,
I get what you mean. It's just there's more pleasure in catching it on your own rigs, your own lure, your own rods. Yeah, isn't there? That's the thing.
But when you spend a couple of £1,000 on a trip, it's like
you want to catch.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I do want to catch a fish. Yeah. Tell me how, and then in the future you gotta do it yourself.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I suppose as long as you set the hook yourself. Yeah, you might have baited it up yourself. It's still your fish. Isn't it?
Oh yeah. There's no taking that away from anyone. Like they've still gone fishing. They still fought that fish.
I bet that boat trip must have felt pretty awesome after a tricky start to suddenly get a load of fish. Yeah, it was a classic end on a high. We was like, that's it. We're not going fishing again. Like we were knackered. Like my mate had malaria. Like we got rid of that. Like we was like. Yeah, like we're gonna eat, and it was such a nice holiday. Like the family we stayed with were wicked. Like we had a good time. We went out clubbing for New Year's and stuff like that. Went to churches. Like it was proper mad trip. Yeah, cool.
It's just shame the fishing wasn't. And this is the biggest hit home with destination fishing. Like you see it all on Instagram. You hear everyone talk about it. Man, it's not 7 seconds.
It's
not 7 seconds of
Nah.
fish. Like, it's a lot of, and you see those guys out there. They've put years of graft out there.
Yeah.
My mate's been out to Bali and that. He was out there for a couple of months traveling. It's hard work.
Yeah.
And it's the same around here.
Yeah.
Like, you think how many, like, I mean, the boats are slightly different, but like, shore guys, how many sessions to fish
to get that one nice £10 bass.
Or to get that mad session where it's 50 after 50 after 50, like.
Yeah, it's a lot of people forget that, don't they? I think a lot of the time. They see the YouTube video and they think, oh, it's amazing all the time. But that's edited down from 40 hours footage into 10 minutes.
Oh, man, 100%. And that hit home, like, we knew that was, but I wouldn't change it with work. Would I go back there?
Right time of year?
Yeah, but then if I had that spare time, I'd want to go somewhere else.
Because you've done it.
Yeah, I've done it. Like, it was sick. Like, and it was just like balls to the wall, let's go. No clue about it, bit naive about the whole thing, but we just went and did it.
Oh, that's cool though. That's a great experience and a great story, isn't it?
Yeah, oh mate, it's cool. And so many other stories, like scary stuff and not scary, mate. But that was the fishing, really. Yeah, it was good. It was good.
So that's Africa. Now I know you've gone, and so have I gone. Actually, you went common skate fishing in Scotland, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, now I've got to ask: did you enjoy it, or was it just for you? It's a different sort of fight, isn't it?
It's weird. So, like, again, it's the same mates that went out to Africa with, and we was like, we're making an adventure. So we actually...
Oh, you'll have an adventure on Lee's boat, that's for sure.
Yeah, so I was
Great skipper.
So I was actually at a concert on the Saturday night. I got back from London at 1:30. My mates were away in a house. So we drove up to Scotland then. So we drove straight up to Scotland. We was like, yeah, let's get up there. So we got there about 10 o'clock. Shared the driving a little bit, like a couple of hour kip, and then we're like, yeah, let's go fishing. So we had the boat booked on Monday. So we all like met up with our other mates. They work up on the farms up there. Yeah. So I caught my first ever codling.
Oh yeah.
Literally cast out the bait in the middle of nowhere, waiting for it to drop, like still not dropping. Like, and I was like, how deep is this place? And it's like, oh, it's probably like 100 foot in front of you. I was like, you joking? I've literally just swung it into the shelf. Yeah. So I'm like reeling it in, snap up because I'm in the rocks. Next time I'm whacking it and I'm just letting the line go out. And the spool's like empty and I'm like, dunk, there's the bottom.
Yeah.
Tap, reel it in. I've got codling. Yeah, wait. I was like, this is sick. I've completed Scotland. I've got codling. Realistically, they're like everywhere. So we did a little bit of lure fishing and that. We're like, where we go? We didn't book a hotel or nothing.
Oh, you just stayed in the cars?
No, I slept on the beach.
The beaches, yeah. Well, you can do that up there, can't you, sort of thing?
Yeah, it's rancid weather, mate. Yeah. It's so windy. Mate. And we were like, yeah, let's make a proper camp with a tarpaulin and everything, make a fire. So in the end, I just got the bivvy out and just like slept, like holding it down.
Yeah. Scotland's weather's different.
Yeah, I worked up there and I worked on the salmon farms and like you're in like survival suits one day, next day you're in like shorts and t-shirt.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
It's savage.
It's mental.
Yeah.
It could be chucking it down with rain.
Yeah.
You're freezing and 5 minutes later you're hot.
If you're not soaking wet, you're getting eaten by mosquitoes in Scotland. That's all it is, isn't it? Midges everywhere. Like I probably had my fair share of protein just eating midges.
Yeah.
But no, skate fishing, like obviously got on there, like we was buzzing for it, drove down, got on it, and no clue what to expect. My other mate had been on it, and like rod goes, I think it was like 11 o'clock, and then like 2 other rods go, and it's like 12:30. Fish still not to the boat.
They take a while, don't they?
Because we didn't like by the end of it, we were like pumping them up, like yeah. Obviously, you're using like 150 test rods.
Yeah, that's it.
So like you can give them some. We're just like holding on.
No, you can.
Yeah, you can really go like that kit and breaking. Oh mate, it was sick. I really enjoyed it. Like it was wicked. Like getting the fish to the boat and actually looking at them and like their power. Like a wing slaps you. Yeah. And you think like, oh, it'll just bend round. It's like slaps your leg and you're just crippled on the floor. Yeah, and it's like, yeah. And like their tail swinging around and everything. It's like, actually, these fish are powerful.
Oh, yeah.
And the age and the history of them.
They're incredible, aren't they?
Yeah. And it is one of those things that it is available to a lot of people. Like, it doesn't take, like, you don't have to go and sleep on a beach and be an idiot. Like, you can go and get a nice hotel. Do it
nicely.
Yeah. And be all like, we were so, mate, we had like 2 hours sleep and we were like, yeah. And so we just got straight on the beers and drum and bass all day. And Oh mate, it was good. I think we had like 9 fish to the boat.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, they're good fun because they are knackering. I mean, after about 3, you're done.
Yeah. My mate. It's when he was like, oh, there's dogfish around. Not dogfish.
The blackmouth dogfish or spur dogs.
Spur dog, that's the one. Yeah. The dogfish comes part of the story. And he's like, oh yeah, there's spur dogs about. We'll drop a different bait because you're using the section of mackerel. We'll drop a different bait down, and he literally opens his call box and pulls this whole dogfish out. And I'm like, we're doing that. He's like, it's going on the hook.
Yeah.
Literally, boom, on the hook, dropping it down. Hour later, whoop, whoop, whoop. But they come in like groups, don't they?
Yeah, with the tide. Shoal, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they move far, but they certainly feed on that specific few hour window, and then that goes.
Yeah. And then a couple of hours you're fishing, and then by the time that's done, you've finally regained consciousness.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
It goes off again. But we chucked a little light rod out the back for a spur dog. And that went off with a skate, and my mate was playing it for ages. It was a light rod. It was
awesome.
Yeah,
did you land it?
Yeah,
you did.
Yeah, I think it was about 120.
That's a big fish for a small rod.
Yeah.
Once you get them off the deck, it's not as bad, is it?
No, my mate. Yeah. Once they're on there, that's it.
Yeah.
You just kind of might as well just leap the drag and just wait for the tide to move.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, get the boat to move up and gradually go up.
Yeah. Oh mate, wicked experience. Like. Yeah, lovely fish. And again, like, would I do it again? Yeah, if I had unlimited time, if I was there, but I would want to go do something different.
Yeah, you just want to tick a load of different fish off.
Yeah.
Skate is one of them once a year. I do like to do them, but the other fish.
Because you just done it in your boat, haven't it?
Yeah, I've just done it in my boat. Yeah, so I've had.
How was that landing?
That was wicked.
Have you got the picture of it or not?
I'll overdo it. I'm not on the wall because I'm not printed it off yet. I'll put a photo overlay on the video.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was insane. That took up my whole boat. I mean, do it on something on that scale is just different.
Yeah, because a lot of people go on about the shore fishing for I'm mixed emotions about that. Like, it's kind of like suicide, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very much suicide. Like, they are big fish.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, Skipper was saying like how many fish he's caught with like rigs hanging out of their mouth and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
I think with the shore, too many people go shore angling for skate unprepared. I think.
Yeah, and you have to be prepared.
You've got to be prepared. You've got to have the gear.
Yeah.
Because they are strong fish. And generally, when you hook them, I think from the shore, that they can be in 100, 150 foot of water. It's much shallower than a boat.
And you just
run.
rock. Yeah.
And they've got the power there. Whereas on the boat, it's a bit different fight, maybe.
Yeah, because it's like if they go left or right, they're going up and down. Whereas with that, they can just keep going. And but...
Yeah, no, I like the skate fishing. It's good fun. But you also caught blackmouth dogfish, which, for the guys listening, is a weird dogfish.
The spur dogs?
The blackmouth dogfish. I think you have had one. They're a very weird colour, bluey dogfish.
No, I don't think I have.
Haven't you? I'll have to show you a photo of it. In fact, there's a photo literally above your head, mate. That's the blackmouth dogfish.
Oh, yeah, no, I definitely have one of them. No.
Because
they're sick.
They're cool. Yeah.
The eyes.
Yeah, they're proper deep, aren't they?
Yeah.
For everyone listening just on Spotify, I'm just showing you my picture wall behind me, and you'll be able to see it. They're pretty cool fish.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
So coming back, obviously, to what you do now, you got a SIB not that long ago, didn't you? Which is a small inflatable boat for people who don't know what that is.
Yeah, little SIB. I'm trying to think. The only other one I've done across the seas was Canada.
Okay. Trout
fishing in the ice, but that's it. Trout fishing in the ice, did it, job done.
Yeah.
Like, it's sick. But the boat, so I've always been, and I'm sure what I say, you 100% know exactly what I'm feeling, is like, it's same with my carp fishing, it's same with anything, like, there's a way to be more effective in fishing.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, and I was out on the shore, and you see all the charters going out catching mad fish and stuff like that, and it's like there's the fish are out in the sea. They're all that little bit further than you can cast, and like
I can only get 80 yards.
No, even that's and like when I go carp finish, like if I went out with a boat to drop my rig, I know I'll be happy fishing over that, like rather than cast. And I was like, I need to get a boat.
Yeah.
Like, I need to get a boat. And then what happened? I think it was I followed inflatable boat fishing, and all of that. And that's it. And I was like, this is doable.
Yeah.
Like to do all of that. Like like, it would be sick. I hadn't quite worked out how I was going to do it or when or whatever. I was like, I could potentially do something. Because oh mate, I'm the worst at telling stories sometimes. The first boat trip out was my cart boat with an electric outboard.
On the sea?
On the sea. I was like, let's do it. 2.7 metre, inflatable. Yeah. Dragged it down the beach. No trans and wheels, nothing. I was like, let's do it. We went squidding and bassing.
Yeah.
I think we caught some stuff as well.
Yeah.
Like, just drop it. And then the second time we went out, this was last September.
Yeah.
The second time we went out, was going squidding at night.
Oh, cool.
Offshore no lights, electric outboard. Let's do it.
Yeah. So not the smartest setup or idea, but it was happening.
Yeah, it was happening. Mate, it was a decent outboard. Like, it was a water snake saltwater one.
Like,
a decent one. Yeah. Like, it got us about. I knew exactly how long it would last and stuff like that until we ran out of battery. like half a kilometre out and had to row in.
Yeah,
pretty savage.
I suppose you can row in if you're close in. It's not too bad.
Yeah, so we didn't go too far out, and it was quite good fun. I was like, sweet, like we like boat fishing. Then kind of like winter came by, I was like, I'm not going out there. And then chucking those things to say. So Carlo approached me and was like, do you want to do like some media or whatever? Blah. Long story short, I ended up getting my real good mate Alex involved with it, who hadn't been fishing properly for like a year and a bit, where he kind of had a change of direction in life and just did his own thing.
Yeah, this is just Alex, isn't it?
Yeah, just Alex.
Yeah, I've followed him for a long time.
Yeah, and I've been mates with him for years, since college. And I remember speaking to him about when he like did the whole separation thing. And I remember like our fishing sessions, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
like we was just me and him.
Because a lot of people who know Alex and you may not assume that relationship would work because very different people.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's
like,
amazing.
I am bonkers, and he's just like he's proper weird. Like he has his moments and that, and like I'm just like I'm the kind of person who's like, let's do it till it breaks, kind of jobby, or let's do it, let's try it, and then if it works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll face the consequences.
Yeah.
And he's more like, oh, we think, but he is like, I love him to bits, and like he's a very nice person, very thoughtful person.
Yeah,
and, like,
he comes across like that actually.
Yeah. And so like I was like, I want to get him back into fishing because I know how much he loves the lure fishing. Like I've been lure fishing with him before, and he does love the fishing. And
well, I watched him do the kayak fishing for the bass.
Yeah. And
I could tell he loved it.
Yeah. And that's
different.
And I know he hates bait fishing. I took him bait fishing once, and he was like, "This is why I gave up fishing."
Yeah.
Like a worm all over his hands. I was like, "Okay, that's too far. That's too. Sorry, mate. I'll
I'll revert.
I will stick to lures." He's like, "Yeah, sweet." So I was like, I spoke to Carl, I spoke to Alex, and long story short, it was like between me and him, if we get some media out, Carlo gave us the boat.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Which was really nice of him.
Lovely chap.
Yeah, and we was like, yeah, we will. Like, I will promote it with the shop and everything, and he's coming to my open day with it, and they are insane boats.
Yeah, they're great.
Like
proper fishing boat.
Yeah, so like anyone that's interested, like the inflatable boat fishing range is just like wicked boats. Like they have all the ranges and that. I think they're.
What have you got? The Hydrus.
So I got the Hydrus. No, 3.7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 3.7.
Decent size.
Yeah. Rubber ring with an engine.
Yeah, that's
what's.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
So yeah, we got this, and like it was just coming out of winter, like February kind of time. February, I'm rubbish with my months. So February from then, and we was like, right, let's get everything planned. Let's get all the kit bought and everything. Like we kind of knew what we needed. Didn't have a clue how to do it. We knew what we needed, and we got everything fed in. And was like, right. The plan was, let's go out on the boat, get used to the environment, get used to being on a boat, and not worry about the fishing.
Yeah.
Because we was like from the beginning, boat safety was more important than fishing. Like we wanted to know how the water works, and I had some idea, and like spoken to a lot of skippers, and then like following someone like yourself. Yeah. Like it gives you a good view
of
on
what's
it.
going to happen.
Yeah. And so we ran the engine in, we went like a few marks, and the weather was awful. Like it's early season. And we was kind of like chucking lures around like this should be working, but it's not. But we had all the excuses. And then like, mate, the wind came.
Oh, wind,
Yeah. So
a boat angler knows all about that. In the UK,
And so we, so we've done a bit of fishing, and then we ended up going to like Chichester Harbour and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because we like, I think the first time we went down was like, oh, we're putting it in the bag. Got the big transporters at work. And it was like, sweet, we can inflate it all, stick it in the back of the van, engine, everything, be easy, pull up, job done, transom wheels. I remember we launched first time on the beach, but we put it in the van and we're like, it's not going in the van. So we had to deflate it a little bit, stuck it in the van, got to the beach where we worked out and was like, yeah, let's just walk it down the beach. That was fucking hell.
Yes.
Oh, mate, it was awful.
It's so much heavier than you think.
Yeah.
Awkward as well.
Waves were crashing, like, we'll get I mean, if you watch Alex's video, like, he tells this story so much better than I can. Like, his ability to tell a story.
Oh, it's incredible.
And make it look like he does all the work and I just sleep on the boat. His ability to do that. So if you're thinking, what the hell is this guy talking about? Do watch that video because it is wicked. But yeah, so we kind of come to the conclusion, like, we found a boat ramp in Shoreham. Whether we're meant to be using it or not, I'm not sure. So if anyone's listening, they own it, I'm sorry. But yeah, we literally just put it in the back of my truck, inflate it, takes 20 minutes, half hour, and we're fishing. We're on the water going to fishing. My old carp boat I used to strap to my roof, and I used to use it on the river, covered in mud. But I would never. I've got a new one now, and I would never put a boat on my roof. My old roof was battered. Didn't have roof bars, nothing. Oh, no. I remember you know the anchor. What's the anchor bit at the front?
Oh, the little.
Come on, that must have a name.
Roll up thing.
Yeah. But you pull the anchor through.
Yeah, it's like a windlass, but not a windlass.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. We'll call it a windlass.
We call it a windlass.
Yeah. So I used to chuck my old carp one. I used to chuck it on and just roll it down my roof on that, and I literally just had about 26 dents of just and I was like, it's like it's on the roof, you can't see it. So yeah, now it's kind of, we inflate it. Like, I'm very lucky we've got the yard at work that we can wash it all down. We wash it down every single time, run the engine. So there's a little bit of graft, but like, we both like know what we're doing. That's like clockwork.
You get into a rhythm, didn't you?
Yeah. Like,
the beginning, like, it's hassle, but once you get into that rhythm,
and he's doing that, I'm doing this, I've got that ready. Like, everything's ready at work. Like, just load it up, job done. Like, we went last Thursday. I left work at quarter to 6 thereabouts. Mate was on the water by 20 to 7.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it?
No,
it's pretty good.
That's decent.
You had a good session on there yet? Yeah. I've been pleased with it. Yeah. So the wind took us, like, I fished the harbours. If it's windy like that, it's like, not like, I bet like on yours as well, if the wind's up, you just skirt across. Because have you got much underneath? Or? Mine's almost like a little catamaran, mini catamaran.
Okay, yeah.
I can probably handle, to be honest with you, what you'd want in comfortable weather, to be honest.
But like, I don't know if you found it, but like, especially when the harbours, we were getting pushed against the tide with the wind.
Oh yeah, you will get that.
Yeah, we're like a massive.
You're more so.
Yeah, and literally just like, and kind of light in comparison to stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
Just so like, we're like drifting up the tide, and our lures are going down the tide, and we're like, this is not how it works. Like, so our lures were going past us like, and we're like,
the video didn't look like this.
No. So yeah, we went to Chichester. Found a really cool spot to launch there. Absolutely a breeze, like literally into the water at any tide state. Just go, what's it? Oh, I can't remember what it's called now. Itchiner?
Yeah.
Well, mate, and we're just fishing the estuaries. Like, I have no clue about it. Just fishing the estuaries, and just where the water's running out. Caught loads of little fish. A couple of nice ones, loads of little schoolies. And
is that with sort of hard lures or more soft?
So soft plastic, like, in the marshes, we're using top waters through the marshes and stuff like that. We could see them like smashing.
Oh wow!
And then like, we kind of anchored up or like tied up to a post as the water running through. Yeah. Literally just light soft plastics, just drifting them down, and just waiting for the bass to smack. It was wicked. It was good fun.
Yeah, just to bail them off.
No. Like a controlled, like, you cast out. Yeah. And you're kind of like bumping it up, but where you, instead of just like bumping it to you, it's kind of like drifting in the flow, and you can feel it work. You can feel it work, and they're just smack, and you can find them, like, it's there, and then they're like moving back a bit, and we had quite a few doing that, and it was, and we had a well good day. And we've done like a few trips out in the sea, nothing amazing. Like, I've done a bit of bait fishing, like nothing to write home about. And this was still quite early season. And then Alex couldn't make it, so I went to my mate to Portsmouth Harbour.
Okay, yeah, I've not fished down there.
Yeah, I was like, oh, let's go a little bit further. That day was hell, mate. This is the guy that raps with the rods.
Oh, right, yeah,
So every time I go fishing with him, it's just bad luck, it seems. And this guy, because I love fishing with him, I love him to bits. And mate, the engine was playing up. Like, I wouldn't start. And we was in Chichester Harbour, big wind, strong tides, like small margin for error. Like kind of like where the marks we were fishing, it was kind of like we're drifting onto them quick. I want to catch a fish, start the engine and get out. Quick. We couldn't really leave the engine on. Oh, mate, every time I was going into low revs, we were just cutting out. And it was because I was using B10 instead of B5.
Yeah, a massive thing.
Yeah.
I mean, E5 is the only thing I ever use.
Yeah, and like we've done a fair bit of research in that, and I'm still finding stuff out, but that was quite a major thing. That I didn't realise how majorly it does mess up the engine.
Yeah, because you get the water in the fuel.
Yeah.
And it will just cut out.
Yeah, and it was, it was horrendous. Like, we was drifting in and out boats and the engine wouldn't start. I was fuming.
Yeah,
I had some nice bass.
Yeah, that's all right then.
Yeah, first time using the gravity sticks properly.
Okay, yeah.
There's like, we were fishing these big sandbanks and the tide had come up and it was all like completely weeded. Used the gravity sticks?
No, never. You'll have to explain to them what they are.
So, gravity sticks made by SIBS gear. And it's basically a long, soft plastic. They come with a paddle tail. They come with a little tiny pintail, which is literally like a little tiny.
Like a little slit tongue at the back end.
No. Literally like a pin, like a singular tail, like a little straightened pig's tail.
Oh, right, tiny.
Yeah, tiny. And they've got like a tubular body that kind of like goes out and in, and you weedless hook it through, and it is completely weedless.
Yeah.
To the point where it's got like on the top of it, it's got a tiny little triangle. That the hook sits behind it.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
Like, you can reel that fish through weed. And 9 times out of 10, your lure isn't fishing when you're in weed.
No.
Because there's a lot of lures out there that are weedless, but they're always snagging up. These things are complete. Like, you can reel it through weed and it's fishing.
Going, oh, wow.
So we're fishing like that deep down. Like, the boat is like scraping. We're like, oh, this is close. And I'm like, this is going to hold fish.
Yeah.
And I'm like, casting out a group of fish. I'm literally just like, oh, change colour. Cast it out, reel it back. Like, they smash it.
Yeah.
But, and I always think that's a big lure. Like, it's not that big. It's probably like
6 inches, something like that.
Yeah. Weedless, and I'm like, and you kind of get a little pecks, and then like the big, and that was sick. That was like, I was like, wow. And it was literally after that talk with Savage Gear.
Oh wow! So
and they were explaining like Henry Gilby was explaining about Savage, and you hear Henry Gilby talk about lures. Like, he like did a talk to all of us. Like, the passion that guy's got and the knowledge.
Yeah.
But it's a shame, like, because where he fishes is very unique and different to where we fish.
Yeah.
Our waters, murky, like, so he was very aware of that, but still took in context of some of his stuff. And these conditions were perfect. I was like, all right, let's give it a go. And mate, it was sick. It was sick.
Smashing it up.
So a couple of nice fish there. And then with my Africa mates, we went. We were like, let's go and do like Drive and Survive over in Lymington. Fish over there?
I've been a few times, not actually gone out there. I want to go there for stingrays at some point.
Again, I was like, right, bait fishing, let's take everything. So we slept on the beach. We fished the bass mark in the lures, walked miles, and then we just slept on the beach. We set all the boats up in the evening. I slept in the boat on the beach. We had bass for dinner. We caught a couple of bass.
Lovely.
And then it's like midnight. We'd had a few beers and we was like, sweet, what time are we getting up? Sunrise was at 3:30. We want breakfast, let's get up at 2.
Yeah.
So I had like an hour and a half sleep in this boat. I was like, perfect. That was just enough to shut your eyes, see you later, good night, sweet Pris, and then bang, wake up.
Straight up.
So I woke up completely dark, like lost and confused, and and then we went out, and mate, that was a good session for me.
Was it?
Like, so they kind of knew the marks and that, like they've been fishing down there before, and like we had some nice bait and stuff like that, and we went to these sandbanks, anchored up, and just fished. Oh, I can't remember what I was using. Literally just like a running
ledger.
Yeah, running ledger.
Yeah, a bit of squid on the end.
Yeah, a bit of squid on a pennel. And I remember just like tap, bang. I was like, sick. I was like fighting it. I was like, this is fighting hard.
Yeah.
Like proper hard. Get up this massive brown flash. It's like, and I'm like, where is that? And I'm like getting that. I was like, oh my God, it's a wrasse.
Oh, wow.
Like, I've only caught like miniature wrasse before.
Yeah.
Like, these things.
They're wicked when they get big.
I'll have to send you a picture. And I was like, I need this thing. And I'm only fishing like 40 gram rod.
Yeah,
I've decided that is going to be my bait rod now. A little, And, a few other bits and bobs, and then like we're turning around and we just see these gulls that are like going nuts, like inshore, and we're not far off. We're less than a kilometre off. Like
you can't ignore it, can you? When the gulls are going mad.
And like, I mean, the other lads were like, "Nah," because they had a smaller engine, so they're like, "Oh, we'll leave it." And so we shot over there. Like literally, it was only like a couple hundred meters. So like shot over there, and I was like, "Oh yeah," loads of schoolies, like non-stop. But we were drifting into these metal pylons.
Yeah.
So it was like fish catch, and then like engine slam on to the point actually where like the fish moved so close to the metal pylons, we were catching the fish. Engine on, like had the fish and like trying to reel it in
trying
back.
to go.
Yeah, trying to go. I mean, they weren't massive and like
all good fun though.
Yeah, and we were just it was that and it was wicked. And then we moved on to some banks and stuff like that. I had some nice rays and oh man, it was wicked. Like that was a good
best sort of SIBS session you've had.
Yeah, and like and so that was cool. And then we've just been on the bass. I think Alex went out to Hastings. He went over there and he had some sick fish with his mate. We was actually out Thursday night, quite a nice session.
Yeah.
I had a couple of bass with Shoreham. Alex had a bream and a gurn on the lure, loads of mackerel.
Yeah. Sweet.
Then the other day was down by the hot pipe. Oh my god, it was like mullet city.
Was it?
It was insane, mate.
Yeah.
We were like casting out lures, just like boom, and it was just foul hook mullet, foul, like non-stop.
The thick lips, aren't they, down there? I think. Whatever they are.
I don't know.
Right, they're a mullet.
They're
the ones which no one can catch.
And literally we're just like, oh, I've got the best video. I've got a bass, and Alex goes, brings it in. He's just got this tail hooked mullet.
Excellent.
That was good fun. I enjoyed that. Just like to see the sea alive.
Yeah,
and like
it's nice to see it.
And to see it alive and to see it like. Just insane. And it's like, you know that feeling when you pull out of the harbour, that little scream of excitement, isn't it?
I get it every morning.
Yeah.
Like the first time you get up to like 10 knots.
Yeah.
And you're like, and the sunrise is coming up.
Yeah, and you're bouncing along the way.
Like, this is the life.
Yeah, and I remember the flight, and it still feels like that, but it's that feeling of when you just passed your driving test.
Yeah.
No one else in the car.
Yeah.
You're on your own in a vehicle and you can go go anywhere.
Yeah.
No one can stop you.
Yeah.
Apart from fuel, time. But no.
Yeah, fuel. I heard something.
Have you ever run out of fuel?
I've never run out of fuel, but I have been close, and I've been to where I'm shaking the can, going, we need to like go in now. I've been very close to it, but I know you've hit it. I didn't want to bring it up. I thought I've got to bring it up. It's funny.
Again, this is my mate HG, the one that the engine broke on. Like I said, always bad luck.
Yeah.
And again, another session with him. I turned up to the beach. Got my rods out. Only had one reel handle on. Because the session before that, we saw a reel handle on the floor, and they were like, "That's yours, Harry. It's pen." I'm like, "No, my reel handles are on my reels." They weren't. No. Luckily, I brought it with me and put it in my car.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, so it's sitting. I don't know where it is now. It's a shame, but So fuel wise, oh mate, like, so we went out bait fishing, lure fishing. It wasn't like, it was just a little break in the weather. We did quite a lot of hard drifts over a wreck with another boat.
Yeah.
That wasn't great. And then we went from New Haven to Beachy Head and then up the shelf and stuff like that. And
that's some miles. People don't know because you have one fuel tank.
Yeah, well, mate, it was
12-litre tank.
Yeah, but it wasn't even full up.
It wasn't full up.
We always, like, every session we've gone out of, like, we haven't even touched half of, like, we've used.
Yours are 9.8, is it?
Yeah.
They don't use fuel, do they?
No.
Exactly what I've had.
No,
before.
and literally, mate, I've, like, all the time I've got out with full tanks and it's like literally nothing, and you just end up not filling it up.
Yeah, 100%.
And I was like, okay, yeah, and obviously where we like, it was strong current and churning it up, and we went quite far out, and mate, we literally got over this deep wreck. We're like fishing like 40 meters of water.
Yeah.
And, like, big old slow jigs on, and like cats. Like, we had had a decent bass, and then I was like, oh, just check the fuel tank. Like, sheepishly lifted it up, and I was like, that is low.
Oh no.
So we looked at it and I was like, right, we've got to go, mate. Like, there's no question about it. It doesn't matter how good the fish is.
Yeah.
So we churned along, and like, it was just like, well, we drive we either drive straight there or drive straight to Beachy Head. We drive straight. Luckily, we drove straight there because if we've gone to Beachy Head, there'll be no signal.
Yeah.
We drove straight there, like straight to Shoreham.
Well, so you're opposite Shoreham at this point.
No, opposite Beachy Head.
Opposite Beachy Head.
The lighthouse.
Okay, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. And mate, the cliffs just weren't getting any closer. We're about 4 kilometres out, and it just stopped. H looked at me. I was like, "Yeah, that's the fuel in it." I was like, "Yep."
Yeah.
Oh mate, it was.
No.
Yeah.
How did you have a boat near you, or you don't have a radio, do you?
I didn't have a radar,
Oh,
no, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't.
Luckily, it was in signal. So I dropped the anchor. First thing I did was drop the anchor.
Yeah.
The tide was drifting in, but just drop the anchor, just like anything happens. So I call my mates, and they're like, "Mate, we're too far away. Like we ain't got enough fuel to get to you and then get back." And then other people weren't picking up, and then a lot of people like, we put something out on the WhatsApp. Like if we put something out on the radio, the lifeguard will come. And So and then my mate was like, "Right, yeah, you like call the lifeguard," and was like, "I've got a little bit more fuel. Like give it a little shake." I pulled the anchor in, gave it a little shake, didn't even start. And I was like, "Oh, H, drop the anchor again." He drops it. We're talking about the situation. He goes, "Oh no, anchor." Gone.
Oh, gone.
Was the tide down? No.
Just couldn't get worse.
Mate, it was like,
Not
luckily I was quite chilled because we were drifting inshore.
Yeah.
So, we called the lifeguard. They were really good. Came out in about 40 minutes.
Wow, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah. 40 minutes of that. Gave them all our location and stuff. And towed us back in. It was like a long time. It took like 40 minutes to get towed in.
It was
like 4 knots.
They don't go far.
We weren't like...
The little rib come out, did it?
Yeah, and they were really good. Luckily no one else has needed them at the same time.
Yeah, so cheat the system a bit there,
But no, I mean, I'm not proud of it, but I learned a lesson. And
that's the important part.
Fortunately, we were safe. Because that could have gone really badly.
Yeah, definitely.
That could have gone really badly. So now fuel tank. Yeah, and I'm like, fuel tank full to the brim.
Yeah, me and my mate, because we've got a plan in our head what we're going to do.
Yeah.
But sometimes you go and do other things. You do a lot more drift. So our sort of we just take the 10 litre and the 5 litre. That will never run out of fuel then.
Yeah.
But having a 20 horsepower, you've got to think a little bit more about it. But that 9.8 does not use any fuel.
Yeah, but when and that's the other thing as well, like lack of experience as well, like knowing how much fuel and like knowing like, oh, that's going to take X amount, and you're going zipping around and like it's literally full throttle and stuff like that. So that was the situation. Lesson learned. Yeah. But I love it. I love the boat fishing.
Yeah, it's good when you own boat. You're your own little captain, and you can do it.
Yeah, and it's nice, and I want to take people out. Like it's a nice size, and I'm learning a lot, and I'd love to do it more. But I think
What would you like to target in it? What's like something you'd
really
like to get?
really want to do some like that deep sea wrecking.
Yeah.
I've never really had it off catching fish over a wreck.
Yeah, I'll tell you something. It's harder work than you think. But when you do get that big, I think have I got a fish from a wreck here?
I've done it on charters and stuff like that. Like we've done pollock over the U-boats and stuff like that.
Yeah. But you just want it yourself, didn't you?
Yeah.
I've got one up there from a wreck. No.
But this is the thing. I love the bait fishing. Like, I'll sit out and do bait fishing.
Yeah. I don't mind bait
fishing. But Alex likes his lure fishing, and I love my lure fishing. But like when we're going over the lure marks, I try and check out a bait, but you just have to get snagged, don't you?
That's it. Always away. Yeah, I'll get some bream or something like that.
But it's good. It's good.
So wreck fishing on the agenda then. Yeah, well, you have to come out maybe sometime.
Mate. We need
two boats out. And
Well, you can wait for me at the wreck, and I'll be about
we'll just keep going
5 minutes behind you. Like.
I don't know. There's a bit of a wind. We might be a bit slower, but you'll have to give it a go. Cause winter time is a good time for the wrecks to be.
Yeah.
Like January, February.
That's what I'm keen. Like, I can dress up warm and stuff like that.
Yeah, you'd be alright.
I've got time in January. I'll be keen for that. We'll have to
sort that one out.
Yeah, definitely. But that's pretty much. That's like all my sea fishing really. Like the other thing I love is my light rock fishing.
Oh, the LRF fishing.
Yeah.
Have you ever done New Haven?
Yeah.
Oh, it's wicked down there, isn't it?
Done it in Scotland as well, mate. Catching little baby pollock like that.
Yeah, that's it.
And mate, it's wicked. I've always got it in my car.
That's good.
Yeah, little micro lures and stuff like that.
And Because I've not done it with micro lures. I've cheated and used little bits of bait.
Yeah.
Tiny bits of maggot.
Yeah, maggots and Juniors. So I remember the first time I went down New Haven and off the ledge, like literally just had dendrobina worms from shot.
Yeah.
On my little quiver tip. I was just waiting for it to go dung dung dung. I'm like, oh my god, I got pouted.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. The thing is, you don't even care what the fish is.
It's so
good. It's such light tackle.
Yeah.
Like 3-4 pound line.
Yeah.
Tiny little like 5 gram rod. It's awesome fun.
And I say this to so many people that like want to, because obviously in the shop, you get so many families that want to get into fishing or want to go fishing.
Yeah, and then I suppose it's hard because in the back of your head, you know how difficult it is and how much you've got to know. But actually, with LRFing, it can be quite simple.
Yeah, it is. It can be, and the results are there to be had.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they are, like you generally can catch fish, and like even I say like dare I say like you could go down with a coarse fishing whip.
Yeah.
And actually no rod, no reel, just a little float.
Yeah,
especially down like Shoreham Harbour.
Oh, easy. Yeah.
Yeah, like gobies and stuff like that.
Yeah, as long as you're at the water level, you'd be fine.
Yeah, and and I say this a lot to them, like try that, like, and they're like, oh, we want to go, especially young kids as well, that. Because a lot of the waters where we are, it's difficult to get to.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, you get the train. They're like, yeah. I was like, well, get the train to Brighton, get the train to New Haven.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good train link. Like, jump on there and go down, take your lure rod. You don't need any kit and take your LRF and
light.
Yeah, and they do, and they come back to me and they're like, yeah, we caught some bass. And it's like,
that's a nice feeling, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Knowing you've helped a
I'm
kid.
gonna wreck this. Oh yeah, that is a big buzz like from the shop. Like watching anglers grow as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm not always in there. Like I'm sometimes in the office and that. Like I'll normally get called out if someone needs a hand or when I'm walking around. And sometimes you don't see certain anglers for a couple of weeks or like a couple of months or even years.
Yeah.
And then you like bump into them and it's like, hey, getting on there? And they're like, on it. And it's like, yes. Like I remember like, yeah, and they're like on it. And it's good. Yeah, it's good. And I think certainly with me, the big change in my fishing was having the shop and seeing all the gear available. Touching it, feeling it, seeing difference between this size 12 hook, this is 12 hook, this pattern of 40, like, and then seeing the lures and then speaking to people and having that all at my fingertips.
Yeah, awesome.
I mean, that I'm in a very lucky position that's kind of accelerate my knowledge.
Yeah. Do you find a lot of young kids coming onto the sea angling scene, or is it a bit slow? Obviously, you're not quite in that area of bang on the sea, but
we get a lot of people do it. Yeah, it's cool.
That's good.
Yeah, I think the lure fishing
is
cool and attractive.
Yeah. Well, it's on the move. It's different, isn't it?
Yeah, like there's a lot of good people that are shouting about on social media that like are doing it well and are shouting about it and like with like Penn and Savage Gear and Akuma and like Drift and Fish, and they're all quite cool.
Up and coming, because let's be honest, as you'll know, in the carp world and the carp scene, there's cool media. They're amazing DVD productions
because they've got time, Jake.
That's it.
Because they're sitting there waiting for a fish. They're not wading through. They're not
wading through mud.
Yeah, they're not wading through mud and sand and everything.
Doing a 50-minute taxi journey in South Africa.
No, because
but that scene is incredible. But in the sea angling world, we don't have that.
No, and it goes back to the first thing that was saying. Like, I mean, now we're blessed because you've got an amazing camera in your pocket.
Yeah.
I mean, when you are sea fishing, it comes out. It's just like you take the first photo is good, and then after that, there's all bait, and you like constantly wipe it down. They need to make like a windscreen wiper.
It's a touch screen, doesn't work.
Yeah,
like the amount of times I've had an amazing fish.
Yeah,
and I'm trying to click the other phone camera. Turn up.
Yeah, and your hands are wet,
and you just can't do anything.
Yeah. So I mean,
especially on the boat, very tricky.
Yeah, and it's just spray everywhere.
That's it.
But yeah, I mean, like it is like, and you can get some wicked photos. But yeah, it's cool and up and coming, and like, I mean, where we sell everything in the shop, like I don't want to be just that angler. Like, I want to promote everything.
Yeah, of course.
And like, I don't know that. Well, I've got a good idea of stuff, but there's a lot of people that are a lot better.
Done it for years.
But I like doing everything. I like dipping my fingers in all the pies.
Yeah. Keep it interesting.
And it does, and it means that people come in and they can, you had some nice bass the other day. They're like, it's the most, I like to call it a conversion rate I get to people bass fishing is pike anglers.
Yeah.
So this year, been a lot of pike anglers in the summer.
Okay.
Because the rivers were messed up this year.
Yeah.
And people want to go fishing. People want to go lure fishing. Because it's light and easy.
Yeah, that's it.
whether or not it's the right time of year for pike. It's
people argue, don't they?
Yeah.
And I think, do you know what? I think if you look after the fish, if it's in the water most of the time, I think it's fine.
And it hasn't been this hot this
And
year.
it's just not,
I remember I
exactly.
caught one in March.
Yeah.
Mate, that thing went back strong.
Yeah.
Big deep gravel pit, big old fish.
Yeah.
And yeah, that fish went back strong, and people were like, "Why are you fishing for it?" And I was like, "Mate, if you saw a 30-pound pike in the margin, you'd
go
fish
for it.
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
So that was, yeah, like, and yeah, I know people that like fish from all year round.
Yeah,
like high-profile anglers as well. Yeah,
I do.
And I like, yeah, if mate on the lakes,
the rivers are better. You got a bit more flow, a bit more oxygen.
Yeah, but I know people in the locks and stuff like that. They're fine. Like
they're big fish.
And yeah, exactly. So yeah, my conversion rate would be pike anglers, and I'm like, why are you not bass fishing?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I've wanted to do it, and I'll give them 5 minutes of my time, talk about it, and literally just go through the lures.
Yeah.
This and this and that, and they're like, what gear do I need? And I was like, cut off the wire trace, tie a fluoro leader on, and go fishing.
You're ready.
Like, yeah. And you can pick a lure, the leader lure up to like 15 quid.
Yeah, cheap.
And they're all right. Yeah, and you can go fishing. And I just tell them, like, get up early, go down. And the amount of people that have got into it, they love it. Like the bass, because it's easy to think. It's beach casting.
We did a lot more kit than you for that.
Yeah. And yeah, a lot more kit. But the lure fishing, it's wicked. Yeah.
Well, it's been amazing talking to you.
Oh mate, it's been a pleasure. Like I actually genuinely have been excited about it.
It's been. I've just been envisioning the stories. The way you've been telling them.
I
have weird dreams tonight, mate.
Yeah.
I tell you.
Oh mate, and that was the fishing stories. The other story. Oh mate, I genuinely, I get so excited about. Like I live a good life. I'm very lucky.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very lucky, and I do try and keep that life guide and share it with other people as well.
Yeah, it's got to be done sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. And we got boats, mate. Boats are sick.
Boats are cool.
Boats are cool.
They're good fun.
Especially when you're driving through the harbour at night with no lights.
Yeah.
And you just watch all the glow tips. I walked the other night, I watched all the glow tips and I thought I missed them, and it was like but no one made any noise.
No.
This was the weird thing. I didn't see any lights come on, nothing. I just watched these glow tips go and I was like, oh.
I think I've caught one.
Yeah. But yeah, oh mate, I genuinely, and I love the sea fishing, like the mystery, like it. And again, I go back to the effort equals reward. Like you put effort in, and you are getting a reward.
Yeah, 100%.
Whereas some stuff, it's like completely waste of time.
Oh god,
time is valuable. Like you're a busy man. Like, and so. And it's making that time worth it.
Yeah. You want to go out and you want to catch at the end of the day.
Yeah. And you want to have a good time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So it's just about trying to make that opportunity as
good
as you
can. And I think as well, big ups you doing this, like doing another take on it. Because like you said, no sea fishing podcast.
I don't see. I mean, I think people tried, but they've just not quite done it.
No.
And I thought I'm going to get the kit. I'm going to get the stuff.
Oh mate, it sounds
properly.
wicked.
It does sound cool.
And you've got good like presenter vibes. Like you do your YouTube videos. Like you know how to structure it. So I'm looking forward to it. And I'm excited to hear what other guests you get on as well.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Because someone interested in sea fishing.
No, but it's interesting because it's different.
Yeah,
you know,
you're going to get some guests on that can actually talk about this rig does that does that. Like, oh, this is here, these fish. I'm just on Facebook going, oh look, there's smooth hounds coming out. I'm going to go smooth hound fishing.
But that's a lot of people, mate.
Yeah,
that is what most people are.
Yeah, and hopefully I can relate to everyone that Facebook is the powerful tool.
Yeah,
like,
100%, mate.
What's the point of reading saying a month later in the Angler's Mail?
Yes.
When on Facebook it's there, and a couple of the good tackle shops they do some. I think it's this
Prime
one.
Angling.
Yeah,
they did an amazing report.
Yeah,
really
big ups to Prime Angling because, like, as like a person like myself, I get a few reports from people, but that stuff, like to have that knowledge and to share and to be willing to share it with people.
Yeah,
generally that is really like hats off to them.
Yeah,
like,
awesome.
They're good, and it's good. It's what the industry needs, and like
it needs a little boost, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think. And mate, I like every time I'm on the coast. If I'm down on the coast during the day, I will pop into those shops. Like, I get on really well with Brett. I'm always buying something.
Yeah. You got your own tackle shop.
Oh, mate,
you still buying.
I have to. Like,
excellent.
Yeah, and there's always bits in there that I want to buy, and I always buy a little lure and stuff like that. But all the sea shops are wicked. They are really good.
They're wealth of knowledge.
Oh, mate, 100%. Like, they are wicked. So
yeah, sweet.
But yeah, no, thank you.
It's a pleasure. I've got a little gift for you. But I do believe you come from a more farming background, don't you? So this might not be.
I come a bit of a
semi.
Yeah.
Well, we've got chickens.
Oh, no way.
I hope you like eggs.
I love eggs, mate. I love eggs.
There is 6 very fresh eggs there for you, mate.
Oh, they're still warm
for coming along. They probably are actually. They've been sitting in this room.
Oh, mate. Like I went through a stage of having like 5 scrambled eggs every morning for breakfast.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Look,
this is why I've lost weight and you've got muscle now.
Well,
don't call him muscle fishing for no reason.
Saw them skate.
Where did the name come from?
Yeah, a lot of people ask me this. So this is
Harry Sandercock, Ethan, Jake. We've got muscle fishing on the podcast today, and Jake. Where did the name come from?
Where did the name come from? Well, so my YouTube channel originally was just called my name, Jake Davison.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you remember, it was summer, I think 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Some guy in Plymouth shot a load of people, family or something, with my exact name. It was spelt my second name was spelt the exact same way.
Yeah.
And it just like the channel went mad for like 2 days.
Really?
All of a sudden, I woke up and I had hundreds of YouTube comments. I was like, "What the hell's going on? What video's taken off?" And then I looked and I was like, "Oh, this isn't good." It was everyone thinking. So I had comments like, "Oh, he seems so happy in that video." It's not me.
Yeah. Oh mate, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Man,
I'll screenshot some comments from when it kicked off. And I thought, I can't really keep my name now. I'm gonna have to change it. Yeah. So I've done bodybuilding since I was like 17.
Yeah.
And so I do a lot of bodybuilding, gym quite a lot. Quite like my big fish.
Yeah.
And I just thought, what can I do? Oh, muscle fishing. Oh yeah, that's got.
It's good, man. It's got a ring to it.
It's got a little ring to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought that can make a cool.
Like, because your name's always stuck my agenda. Like I've seen it. Like I openly admit, I don't watch a lot of YouTube.
Neither do I, mate. To be fair, I make a lot. Don't watch.
Yeah, one thing I want to get into is making YouTube videos. Like I keep going on about it, but mate, I'd rather make a 7-second Instagram reel. It's not easy.
I mean, I'm just saying about that. The YouTube Shorts now.
Oh, popping off.
I can go to the toilet.
Yeah.
I can make a video on the toilet.
Yeah.
And by the time I get off, it's got more views than a video which has taken me 5-6 hours to edit.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And that's the thing. I think I might just start uploading all my Instagram ones onto YouTube.
100%, mate. You get the following. It's all free content.
Yeah, why not? Why not? But yeah, no, mate. Like I said,
put it there. Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah,
it's
wicked.
been an absolute pleasure for you to come along and look forward to doing some fishing, mate.
Yeah.
Lovely. I'll get you home now.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming, mate.
We'll go fishing now.
Yeah, that's it. Let's go.
Sweet. Cheers,
Lovely. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.